Y'all know the name.
What's going on, guys? My name is Matilio, and welcome back to Grand Theft Auto Online and another DLC day. So today we have a brand new car, and it is this, the Hijak Ruston, and it's relatively cheap. Given what we kind of become used to with regards to Rockstar, when you come online and you find new cars and they're like, 1.5 million or anywhere up to 3 million almost. This one is going for a paltry 430,000. You can pick it up from Legendary Motorsports. There it is, the Hijak Ruston. So this one is based on the Vol VUHL 05. Definitely a track day car in the same kind of mold as things like the KTM Expo or the Caterhams and so on. And the other great thing I've found now, one of the things that annoys me with regards to Grand Theft Auto is the fact that when you get into a car and you're wearing your race suit, you got your helmet on, the helmet comes off. Not an issue with this thing. You can keep your helmet on while you are driving. So that's cool. I like the look of that. In terms of the interior, well, being a track day car, it is quite Spartan. However, what we're going to do is we're going to modify it, and then I'm going to do something a little bit different. I am going to take it for 3 laps around a short circuit, just to see what it's kind of like in there. And at the same time, I'm also going to be putting down a bit of a marker with regards to timing with another car as well. So let's just do all the simple stuff. So bumpers, let's see what we got here for front bumpers. You got the vented bumper, that's quite okay. Ooh, I like the look of that one.
Now that's a custom job.
Now, one of the things I'm not too sure about with this is because we've now got cars that some will create downforce, some will you'll have to put a spoiler on to get additional grip. I'm not sure which of the two this falls into. I imagine it would have downforce. Not a massive amount, but possibly some. However, I'm not sure what it is. If you don't know what it means with regards to downforce, now when the what was it called? When the RE7B came out, Rockstar made a little bit of a mistake because that car was one of the first to create actual downforce, I think it is, in the game. And what it was doing, the reason that thing was just dominating was so quick, is it was getting the multiplier for downforce and also for putting a spoiler on, which is why it was so damn quick. However, now they've fixed it and you only get one or the other, which is why you're finding some of the new cars, it doesn't matter if you put a spoiler on, it's going to handle exactly the same because it's got that downforce, which is always on there, can't be modified, can't be changed or improved, from what I understand. But this, I'm not sure which of the two categories it would fall into. Ooh, I do like this one. I think we'll go with this one. We'll go with that one. Engine, just do that. Get discounts there. And we've got some exhaust. Obviously, we can't really see them very well, but I quite like. Let's see what dual titanium. I quite like that one. Explosives, don't want those. That's not a good thing to have on a racetrack. So hoods. Ooh, that's quite nice. We've got the double vented hood. But I think I'll go with that one.
That car was a woman, I'd guess her.
Don't care about the horns. Put some xenons on there anyway. I think it already had them. Roll cage. Now this is another thing. So I'm not sure what the roll cages will do to this thing. Honestly, I think it looks kind of stupid with the roll cages in. I'm not sure what that does with regards to having your helmet as well. But I think we'll leave that for the time being. I think it kind of ruins the look of it. Side skirts. So we've got low level carbon skirts, race skirts, high level skirts, carbon GT skirts, custom vented skirts. I like the vented ones. We'll go with vented. Splitters. So there's little things down here. I don't want to say that juts out too far though. I like the look of that one. Then again, that one's quite nice, quite understated. So we'll go with that one. The carbon pointed splitter. And for spoilers, so we've got the low level spoiler. Got a GT wing. Got a race wing. We've got a high level GT wing. I like the race wing. I like the look of that. I think that could work. I mean, it's already got a primary wing as well, but you can take the wing off completely also, if that's not to your liking. However, I think I am going to go with, I don't know, I like the GT wing as well. We'll do GT wing. I kind of like that just a little bit more. Strict transmission, turbo, of course we want the turbo tuning. I'm going to get a discount for it. We'll leave wheels for the time being, but that's it. You can't adjust the suspension, you can't do anything with that. Wheel type. Okay, so I'm going to go with tuner wheels. And we'll try and find something that I like. Although that might be a little bit harder than I anticipated. I don't like any of these at the moment. Because this thing is kind of primarily going to be used for racing, I believe. Myself and the STRR crew, of which you can find a link in the description to our website, our Twitter, our Instagram, all those good things. You can. We're going to be running a Ruston, or I'm going to be organising and running a Ruston Cup racing night. So I don't want low profile tyres, which are going to make things annoyingly difficult for me. But you know, we'll leave that for the time being. We don't need that. Let's just have a look at tyres. Tyre enhancements. We'll bulletproof them just to make things a bit easier. Let's just see if we can do the wheel colour. No, we can't. We can't do the wheel colour. But I imagine the wheel colour, I think it should change with the respray. I think that should be part of a secondary colour. Let's just have a look. Oh no, just the front little splitter thing. Okay, fair enough. What about the primary colour, or what is it? Or will it change with the primary? It does. The wheel, the rims, and the colours change with the primary, which is nice. Oh, I like a nice orange on this. I think orange could work very nicely. Should we go orange? Let me just have a quick peek at what the crew colour is. Still that bloody bright white, blinding white as I call it, because it will literally blind you. Ooh, purple. I like the look of that. Sienna brown. Does it really look brown? It's like a very bronze colour. Or we can go full on ultra blue. On the racing blue. See, the thing I like about this is not normally the regular colours don't pop until you put a pearlescent on, but these things really, the paint really pops, which is nice. Ooh, then is that the lime green. Still drawn to this though. I think I'll do that orange. You know, I know what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to change it. I'm going to change it in like the next 10 minutes. We've already got a pearlescent on there, gold pearlescent. So that's kind of cool. So what I'm going to do now, and you may have noticed the audio is slightly changed. I tried to dupe you, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. So the audio is slightly changed because I'm doing this a little bit later down the line. So what I'm going to do, once past Matt has finished modifying this thing, he's going to take it to a track, or I'm going to take it to a track. Why am I referring to myself in the third person? I don't know. But I'm going to take this thing to a track, and I'm going to put it up against what I normally race with in the sports category, which is the Elegy Retro. Because both of these, the Retro is very, very good through the corners. It's very quick and very nimble. It's got pretty good top speed, but there are other cars that are going to beat it. And that's normally what you would find in a track day car. Very good acceleration, very nimble in and out of the corners, very good cornering, corners quite flat. So that's what my belief was going to be. That's what my belief was going into this, that this car would be very, very good through the corners. However, it just isn't. It really struggles in certain corners to just find it. You can see with the Elegy just there. I can pretty much put this thing where I want it and hold it with the Elegy, whereas the Ruston, it's very, very difficult. It feels heavy, it feels sluggish, it feels slow out of the corners as well. The back end can get very, very twitchy at times if you're not careful. And like I said, I because this thing is based on a Vul 05, which is a track day car, and normally track day cars like the Vul, like the KTM, they're not so much geared towards the top speed sort of angle. They're more geared towards being very, very quick and nimble through the corners. That's what I believed that this thing was going to be, which is why I took it to this track. However, as you can see on screen, it just isn't. It gets a 46.8, which is around it's slower than a Dominator around here, and a Dominator it's not going to be very good through this sort of circuit. But the Elegy gets a 43.2, which is basically 3.6 seconds a lap difference. And when you consider that the lap is less than a minute long, you can just see how slow this thing is round a circuit. You put it through a long circuit that's like a minute 45, 2 minutes to complete. The gap could be anything. It could be 6 seconds, 7 seconds between this and something like a Massacro or a regular Elegy or a Jester. So I don't know why it's so slow. Probably, you know, Rockstar probably made it that way, but it could be down to that stupid downforce stuff, which it probably just has a very, very low downforce rating or something like that, because there are certain cars that have that. But if the idea coming into today with looking at this car thinking, oh, it looks great and it's like a track day racer, I'm going to go on and I'm going to dominate everybody, if that was the idea, you better throw that away now, because you're just not going to be able to compete. Unless you are racing people who have no idea how to race, you are not going to be able to beat them in things like Elegies and Massacros and Jesters and so on and so forth, like I've mentioned. So there it is, the Hijak Ruston. I had high hopes for this thing. I thought it would be pretty good, but evidently I was wrong, and it's just not very good at all. It looks cool. It's relatively fun to drive. It looks a lot different to a lot of the other things that we have in the game so far. But if you were thinking about this thing for racing and had ideas and devices on racing for this thing, then you're probably not going to be, unless you're racing against other Rustons, this thing is just not going to be able to compete. But that's today's video, so thank you everybody so much for watching. If you did enjoy the different theme of this video, which being a bit more informative and offering some practical advice with regards to GTA racing, which is very, very popular and something I love to do also. If you did enjoy that, then please hit that like button or the dislike button, whatever, they're the same thing basically. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more daily content like this. There will be another video next week, because I believe we'll be getting both the new the classic Infernus and the classic Turismo as well. So I'm going to be putting those things through their paces. But again, thank you everybody so much for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe, stay cool, and as always, I will catch you on the flip side. Peace!